It might sound overly simplistic when I say that decluttering my closet restores my peace. And while you may have a point there, in my journey with mental health and anxiety and other related things, I found that nothing quite reorients me like putting my surroundings in order. And my closet is often one of the first places that needs that. So today I'm going to be walking you through my process for decluttering my closet twice a year. And of course, I will show you what my closet looks like at the end. Okay, so the story starts with what decluttering has historically meant to me. When I'm in a bad place mentally or emotionally, sometimes I can't really make myself want to do anything that's normal or productive, except I can usually make myself declutter. There's something very empowering about taking control of your surroundings, even if everything else in your life feels out of control. However, when I'm angry with myself or really loathing myself or just upset about life in general, there's a lot of self-condemnation and shame and just negativity that I would be playing in my brain while I was doing the decluttering. And so there was just this really strong association between strong negative feelings and purging my stuff. It sort of gotten into this cycle of using my self-hatred as fuel to get rid of things. And while the end result that I had fewer things and my life was simpler and easier to navigate was good, the method that I was using was slowly eating me up inside because I wasn't really approaching it with a great frame of mind when I would do it. I would just go and go and go. And then I'd get to a certain point and I would be really frustrated with myself about a lot of things in life. And I would take it out on my surroundings and I would try to just neaten everything up and make it perfect. And I would oftentimes overreact. I would get rid of stuff that I did actually need or that I did actually want because I was so unable to really be in touch with myself and what I actually wanted because I was upset with myself. I wanted to punish myself in certain ways. And then also I just didn't really have a realistic view of myself and what I was capable of doing. And so anything that seemed even slightly idealistic would often go out in the goodwill bin. And sometimes I would leave it there and I would think better of it and I would pull something out. But a lot of times I just take it to the resale shop, I would donate it. And then a couple weeks later, I think, I shouldn't have gotten rid of that thing. And I'd either have to go out and buy a new one or I would just be sad without it. And so my rule for decluttering when I am angry and upset with myself these days, because it does happen occasionally, is that anything that I get rid of in that sort of frame of mind, I don't want it to decide while angry. And so I can put it in a bag or a box to donate if I feel like I need to do that. But then I would need to wait 2 to 4 weeks just to make sure that I don't actually want that thing before I go ahead and donate it. If after I've had some time to kind of clear my head and I'm not just trying to bully myself into getting rid of things I don't need to get rid of, I can get rid of it and that's fine. But I want to make sure that I'm not deciding that when I'm, feeling super down or in a really bad place or just upset with myself. I started out using this top little hook for clothes that I was giving away and this bottom one for clothes I was keeping. But I realized I need a kind of a maybe pile that I want to look through again later. So that's what I'm using the bottom rung for now. Probably don't need 2 plaid shirts, but they're so cozy. Oh yeah, keeping this. I wear this all the time. Oh, this one, surprisingly, I really like it. I just don't know. I think I can get rid of that one. This one I like, but it's pretty tight in the arms and I don't like that. It feels kind of restrictive when you're moving. Okay, so why I am decluttering right now. So if you saw my closet at the beginning of this video, to me, I was like, oh, I can definitely tell that it needs to be decluttered because I'm the one using this closet every day. I know how many of these clothes I actually wear, but it looks neat, right? I have space for all of the clothes that are in there. They're hanging up. There's a few things down here off camera that need to be hung up that are not, but it's 2 pieces of clothing. I've got a couple of pairs of pants up here that aren't in the box, but on the whole, it looks pretty good, right? So why am I decluttering right now? There's a few reasons for that. The first is that it is spring. And so I try to do a closet reset in the spring and the fall. I live in a part of the United States where winters are very cold and summers are very hot. And so I have basically 2 entire wardrobes that I need to have. And I am not one of those people who puts my old clothes away for the season and gets new ones out. I do that with shoes to a certain extent, but I leave all of my clothes in my closet all year. I just kind of sort them by sleeve length in hanging up. And then in these boxes, I have shorts and long pants. And that works for me because I don't like packing everything up and unpacking everything when it's time for the seasons to change, especially in those spring and fall times where you kind of need one type of shirt one day and another type of shirt the next. I just like having everything available on the days where it's unexpectedly cold or unexpectedly warm. So spring and fall are when I try to do my closet reset because they just sort of provide a natural point where I try to follow a rule where if I haven't worn something in a year, or really if it's been that clothing season and I've had it for the entire time, 6 months, I try to get rid of it. It doesn't matter if it's a really nice piece of clothing. If I'm not wearing it and there's a reason that I'm not wearing it, it's like I don't feel good in it or I just have nothing to wear with it or whatever, then I try to get rid of it so that it can go to somebody who will actually wear it and enjoy it. Second of all, I'm on a journey right now and I'm trying to be really compassionate to myself and accepting of the way that I look. I know that I'm not always going to look the same or weigh the same throughout my life, and that as long as I am taking care of myself, that is okay. And right now, I am taking care of myself. I am eating healthy, I am exercising, and I weigh more than, I would have liked to at different times in my life. I weigh more now than I probably have ever in my life. And I want to be accepting of that. I want to be accepting of it if it changes as I do better with intuitive eating and exercise and things like that. But I don't want to be so not accepting of where I am right now, because if I'm taking care of myself, that's okay. And so my closet is one of the places where I haven't quite made that shift. I'm still making that shift in my mind. And so this is an opportunity to get rid of clothes that no longer fit me, that are from times when I was smaller and that don't look good on me anymore, so that I'm not just constantly bombarded by these ghosts of like what I used to be able to wear. If there's a piece or two that I really like and that I want to keep for if I do lose that weight, I think that's okay because I have space here, but I don't want to have half of my closet full of those things, which is what it feels like some days when I am trying to be really kind to myself and I'm also trying to find something to wear and it's like, I can't wear that because it doesn't look good right now, right? Like I don't want any of those clothes left in this closet when I'm done with this declutter. Another reason that I'm doing it now is that my church is having a rummage sale fundraiser soon. And so if I have any clothes that are like in really good condition, I am going to put those in the rummage sale so that they can make money off of them. Okay. How decluttering my closet helps restore my peace. My therapist has a saying that she tells me over and over and over again. And it's, we control the things we can control and we surrender the rest. And this is a very hard thing for me. This is why she has to tell me it over and over again, because I tend to want to over control things. I tend to want to control things that I can't control. But the thing I like about that saying is that every once in a while, there are things that I can control and that it's very helpful for me to control. Decluttering 100% falls within that range of things that I can control and that I should. So having a ritual where I go through my closet twice a year and I declutter the things that need to be decluttered is really, really freeing for me. I'm not someone who naturally keeps a super decluttered closet. I get too excited to go thrifting or about new clothes, or like if someone gives me clothes, I'm always like, yes, I want them. And so knowing that I have these built-in reset times, usually twice a year, sometimes it's only once a year, has been so helpful to me in keeping the clutter down in my closet. Because even though I wouldn't necessarily define my wardrobe as a capsule wardrobe, I am constantly working toward that. And I do love the peace of mind of having my possessions under control. I love having all of them working for me. I love having a closet where everything inside of it fits me. And so I can just put it on and go and I don't have to worry about it. And also just doing this twice a year helps me keep the number of clothes I own down to a reasonable amount. My husband, I would say, is probably one of those people who naturally keeps his closet a little bit more lean. And that's great for him. And if that's you, that's great for you. For me, I need this built-in sort of ritual twice a year where I can just reset and see, okay, what's been working for me lately, what isn't, and then be grateful for the time that I had with those clothes and get rid of the ones that are not working. But most of all, now that I am not decluttering out of self-hatred or anger, I found that decluttering my closet is an amazing opportunity to practice self-acceptance. When you get to the end of this video and see the number of items that I've decluttered, it may not seem like a life-changing amount. But for me, it's not so much about the number, but about what that number represents. I'm saying goodbye to clothes that make me feel a certain way about my body and making space for ones that help me accept myself more. I'm weaving in accepting and loving my body however it looks like into the daily ritual of my life, because thumbing through my closet is not going to be a practice where I have to be really conscious of trying to be self-compassionate while just thinking, oh, I don't look good in that. I don't like how I look in that. I've gained weight. I feel gross. Instead, I can look at my closet full of clothes that I love wearing, that I think I look cute in, and it's easier to practice self-acceptance on the daily. And if you would like more decluttering inspiration, go ahead and check out the video where I decluttered this shelf right here, and I will see you in the next video.